Welcome back, baby. It is another episode of the Commissioners Podcast. Joining me, special co-host today, Hunter Cromley. Welcome to the pod, bud. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
It's good, man. It's good to have you. We'll have some other jabronis joining us here in a little bit. A special B Liga correspondent joining us today, so tune in for that. And then, obviously, the dirty little Nellie's going to show up eventually.
The dirtiest.
So, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. All right, me and you's matchup. It was a good game. It was a great game. Came down to the wire. And you were one Saquon Barkley caught pass from maybe changing the whole game.
Yeah. That was brutal to see. Wide open, going towards the end zone. You know, as they say, you can take Saquon out of the Giants, but you can't take the Giants out of Saquon.
That's tough, man. But, hey, all the naysayers out there, Commissioner Zoe, 2-0. So, listen, it's crazy. I'm one of 350 teams. All I'm saying, there was so much, GFR caught so much flack for their power rankings for putting Gloff 3. And look at me, top 3 undefeated teams. Were they wrong? I don't know, man. I don't think so. But let's talk about what's going on with Chef Boy HC and what's going on with them, right? An 0-2 start, you know. You're not an 0-2 team, though. You know, the roster still looks good. What are you, telling these guys, or what's your philosophy? Are you trusting these guys to turn it around, or are you looking to make a splash move, maybe bring in a couple of new faces in? What's going through your guys' head right now in the locker room?
Well, the tough thing is I'm trying to tell myself it's only week 2. It's only week 2. I've gone up against some pretty tough opponents to start. I only lost this past week by 6 total points. There's no time to panic yet. There's still a lot of the season left. Just one step at a time. Now we're looking to just climb the rankings just a little bit, get out of the bottom trenches right now. Maybe try and trickle in, find a spot in the wild card for the playoffs, and then just ride a hot hand. And if that requires me to make some trades, if that requires me to find a way on the waiver wire with all these injuries happening, then that's what it's going to be. But right now, it's just don't hit the panic button too early. Don't hit the panic button too early.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. There's no need to panic. There's also not. And joining us now is the B League correspondent, Andrew Nichols, the proud manager of What'll You Doing, Stepbro. What a name.
That's right. You guys hear me?
Yep. We can hear you. Welcome on. Welcome to the pod, brother.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so first member of the B Liga joining us on the podcast. So shout out to you. Glad you could join us. Glad you could make it.
Of course.
Look how snazzy you look. Look at you. I love it.
That's right. We may be the B Liga, but we got to keep it classy down here.
Hey, we love that. Obviously, you can tell we took the opposite approach. We got our sombreros on.
I hope it's not unprofessional of me. I am going to be eating lunch because I haven't eaten yet.
No, you do you, puppy. That's fine.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing a sombrero theme today. I'll just wear a Padres hat. I guess it's the closest I got.
That's fine.
There you go.
That's good.
There you go.
So yeah, we were just talking about Hunter's 0-2 start. And your team has also started 0-2. Hey, joining us is the other jabroni.
What's with the hat?
There's a
Did you get the memo?
Join the theme.
Oh wait.
Did you get the memo?
It's not a sombrero, but it's close enough.
Yeah, come on.
Dude, I swear to God, if he has a sombrero, I'm going to be so embarrassed.
Just put your bucket hat on.
The what?
The bucket hat.
Yeah.
Close enough,
yeah, let's go. Let's go.
So welcome on. We haven't been recording long, just about
Hola,
5 minutes.
homies.
So, we're live. We're live. So welcome in, guys.
Wish Dylan would make a trade with me.
We just talked a little bit about me and Hunter's matchup, how it came down to the wire. We also, touched in with Hunter and his team and how he's feeling being down 0-2 and what's his plan going forward. And then we were about to go check in over there with the B Liga rep and talk about what's his experience like, what's his experience been like, and just everything that we need to know about the B Liga at this point. What's going on down there?
Okay. So we got some good people down here. We got some very, very good, committed people with some very good teams. I want to first shout out Mr. Ryan Schaefer because he kicked my ass this week.
Yeah, top scorer this week.
But I also want to give a special shout out to him as well because I believe he has the best team, unbiased. Second to me, of course, even though I'm 0-2, but, don't worry about that.
That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
Just bad luck. It's just bad luck,
I feel that.
Yeah. Just because we're 0-2 doesn't mean we're jabronis. Doesn't mean we're out of the race. But no, we got some good people down here. We have nothing but love and appreciation for the podcast, for our commissioner. It sounds a lot like a different vibe than what I hear from A League.
Oh yeah, disrespectful ass motherfuckers.
But yeah, we're all just excited and we're happy to be here.
Brown. I need to make it browner.
That's fantastic. It's good to hear from the B Liga.
No.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll be up there sniffing in A League soon.
You ain't taking my spot.
Yes.
We'll see.
Listen, Will, let's talk right. Let's go right into how Will's feeling. I mean, he's 1-1. Had a great weekend last weekend.
We're
week
off
one.
To a hot start. We can only go up from there.
From first to worst this week. Not even getting to 80 this week. What's your mindset going into week 3? What are you feeling? What changes need to be made? Or where do you stand?
Listen, man.
Where are you headed?
Right.
Where's the my D and Z exact
man, right now, it seems everybody's fucking hurt. I had fucking Kenneth Walker set out Sunday because he was hurt as a precaution. Seattle didn't listen to my pleas and begs to start him. Instead, they benched him for the week, which I get. You don't want to get your star running back hurt. So I had to start Jerome Ford instead. Gave him a good pep talk leading into the game. He just didn't produce. And then Isaiah Pacheco got hurt for me. So, yeah, that's 2 guys down now. And Debo gets fucking hurt, too. I was down 3 guys in the span of 24 hours. Isaiah Pacheco's out 6
You might need to fire your medical staff.
I'm fucked. Kyle Pitts, fucking God. I tried to hype him up for last night's game, and what's he get? 3 targets? Fuck me. I hate it here, man. It's trying to make some trades, trying to make some moves, so we'll see what happens. Dylan, I love
tight
you.
Ends, Will.
Please trade
tight ends.
We can't just have vetoed trades the entire time and
all I have to say.
We might have
trade
lost
with each other. So yeah, boys, let's
he's gone.
Let's not veto any more trades.
Me
being one of them.
Will's frozen.
The injuries are brutal. This week with injuries was rough.
Tough for everybody, yeah. Cooper Kupp goes down for my squad. That's tough. AJ Brown's dealing with his hamstring. He's going to be out this week and probably next week. But that's why you draft 6 receivers. That's why you do it, guys, because you're not worried about injuries at this time of day. And you guys put a lot of basket. There's Will.
Sorry.
He's back, I think.
Y'all froze on my end. Hunter, you're still frozen on my screen.
You froze on our end, so.
And we're back.
But... Yeah, don't accuse us three.
Man, he's frozen again.
Oh my god! All right.
Hey, stop wiggling your fucking wire. Your
I ain't
Wi-Fi
touching
wire,
shit, dog.
You just came back for that. That's
shit.
Awesome.
Were you actually frozen, or were you memeing?
It showed y'all were frozen on mine.
Dude. Listen, Will, this is why you're the meme team. Is because either your team goes off and is the best team in the league, or they're the worst.
No, dude, that
it's
literally
the memes,
happens
bro.
to anyone.
You live and die by the
happens
meme.
to anyone.
Oh,
yeah, one time. Meanwhile, if we go back through the league last year, I will show you.
One time?
So far this year.
This is the only time it's happened this year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, let's go back through the league last year and see.
Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to bring up data from 3 years ago? Come on, man. This isn't a dynasty.
Making it one. All right, either way. Yeah, it happened one time. Yeah, first source. Wow, that doesn't happen to anyone else. Oh, wait, it does. Quit acting like I'm the only...
It did happen in B Liga also.
Yeah, so pipe the fuck down. It's only happening to me, and I'm the meme team.
Well, actually, let me just double check that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, being the meme team isn't always the bad thing. It's just you have the most unique
My team's hurt.
team. And, that's unique.
Yeah,
that's unique about yours.
Yeah.
But, that's just life in fantasy. You just got to roll with the punches. I didn't expect to be swinging this early, but,
Can we make interleague trades?
That's fantasy.
What?
That's the life of a fantasy owner, man.
Yeah, every time I play chess, I lose.
Well, you got to know what your players, the players do.
Yeah, apparently Isaiah Pacheco's fibula is made of string fucking cheese. Same with fucking Debo's calf and hamstring.
Well, man,
it's fine. It's fine.
Let's get around. Let's do a little around the league roundup here. Okay, just talk about some of the other matchups that went down. Obviously, Will got his doors blown out, 127-79. Like you said, the injury bug bit him.
Oh no, it's not even that. I couldn't
with an all-time stinker.
Recover from Alvin Kamara blowing my back out. Yeah, as Kyle
that doesn't help. Kamara, 47 points.
Put it, how does Alvin Kamara's dick taste? Kyle, I'll answer that right now. It tastes horrible. It tastes like pain and regret.
Dow's defense, -1.
I bet it smells like Bourbon Street,
too. A lot.
I mean, dude, outside of Kamara, his team didn't really do much.
I would have had a chance.
Lamar 16, Kittle 20.
70 points is not giving me a chance,
10.
bro.
I would have lost by 10. Kamara would have just gone average.
Debo still had 19. Before he got hurt. You know what I mean? Chase is a dud. DeFord was a dud. Pacheco put up 16 before he got hurt. So you guys had points.
The Cowboys' defense is not helping you much either.
Cowboys' defense
ran through them. Like, it's not.
Yeah. Oh, it's like double whammy too. So every time he'd score a touchdown, not only was he scoring touchdowns, your defense was taking hits.
So if it was an average day for Kamara, I would have had a chance. Now you see. Now do you see the vision? Now do you see the? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tough when your first round pick is just not scoring points. Also,
well, that's tough. That's fantasy though, dude. I put up 121 and I still lost.
Because my entire team's hurt now too. Like if it wasn't, I'd be okay with the loss. But
at least
3 of my guys gone, done, season washed.
I mean, let's talk about this. There's a couple where, look, Clint lost this week, scoring 134.
Yeah,
he lost to Jake, who put up 153.
Did 3 of Clint's players get injured?
Marvin Harrison, 32.
All right, I'm done. I know.
Listen, they got hurt towards the end of the game though. And look, defense and kickers, man.
Underrated.
Kicker is washed.
Underrated, bro.
Look at Fairbairn, 20 points.
Yeah, bro. Chi-Town, Bear Down. Remy got his first dub, taking down Manfred's bitch, which is Kid. Not very it was a pretty. I wouldn't say it's the highest scoring game, but 123 to 100 was the score there. Remy's boys, James Conner underrated. Eckler's been pretty serviceable, more than people
tough for
thought.
Cade there with not seeing that Evan Ingram was hurt right before the game.
Yeah, that's tough. Does he have a backup tight end on the bench?
No.
But he may have been able to pick one up.
Yeah.
Who he would have picked up? I don't know. Maybe picks up Hunter Henry. That could be a game changer.
Yeah.
Still probably loses, but Justin Fields. I mean, Jesus, when your best quarterback option is 11 points, that's tough. And Will's was 9. Such as the quarterback having a dud can really fuck you over.
It's not like I can say, if I would have put in my backup, I would have been fine. No, my backup put up 5 and died.
Yeah,
Tua died. R.I.P. Yeah.
Yep, Tua.
Yeah, R.I.P. I had Anthony Richardson. I put out my best lineup possible, and boom, 77 points.
Well, hey, that's what you get for counting out the Packers defense. They tore Richardson up, man.
Here we go. We go.
Bro. Hey, shout out.
Respect the cheese.
Big Daddy D picking up an L this week. 91 points, couple duds.
Maybe he should trade with me.
He's 0-2.
Maybe he should trade with me. Why?
No, nobody should trade with you.
Teal Barbie.
You know what? It's fine.
Will, I may not be in the A League, but I've traded with you before. No one should trade with you.
You're just
because you'll just make fun of them as soon as the trade benefits you.
Yeah.
Roasted. Boom, roasted.
I can't even.
Good week from the double champ. The double champ. Good week. Picked up 129 points.
2-0 start.
2-0.
He should be the 3-time champ. Let's be real.
Big Daddy D. Yeah, he really, really could have been, but he blew it.
Save button.
So then Gus Johnson was the big scorer. He outscored Jake by 0.5 to get top
he played
scorer
Marcus. Oh.
He's talking about top scorer of the week.
Yeah, for top scorer. Yeah. Look at this. Purdy, 144, took the L.
Only Middleman.
And, Middleman's now 0-2 with 144.
0-2, baby.
Eesh.
That's tough.
Nico Collins, 28, 19 for Rice, 18 for McBride, 22 for Dobbins, 12 from Pittsburgh D, 17 from Aubrey. Jeez, And he's got Stroud. He's going to need to replace Rachaad White, though. Who's he got on the bench? Or you could put Dobbins there.
Dobbins is low-key like a steal in the draft this year.
Dude,
I'm really impressed with him.
I love it.
I have to agree. 100%. We just got to keep an eye on that health.
Yeah, I don't trust the Chargers and being able to keep their players healthy. So I don't want any injuries, even though they're my rival for my Broncos. But they are notoriously bad at not keeping their stars healthy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I mean, that's what you get when you get the 1-2 punch in Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, that's nice.
Call it more like a 1.5 punch.
That's fair.
Yeah.
JK, man. I love JK, man. I watched him at Ohio State.
Here we go. Ohio State.
Happy that he's healthy. I'm happy that he's healthy, bro. I'm glad that people can actually see what he can do as a running back because he really was fucking really good in college, bro.
Yeah, NFL's a whole different breed.
He helped Justin Fields out immensely, bro. But let's talk a little B Liga here, Andrew. Let's go through some of the scores from the B Liga. There's some guys emerging as some competitors. Some guys are still kind of trying to figure out their teams. Like I said, injuries happen, so it's been a little tough. But we talked about your score, Ryan Schaefer, big week. Someone to look out for. His team's a baller. Let's just go through his squad. C.J. Stroud, Jahmyr Gibbs. He has Kamara, Lamb, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, Freiermuth. Double tight end guy here. Went with Dallas Goedert in the flex. Okay. I mean, I'm never a fan of that, but he did have Keenan Allen and Kenneth Walker out on injury.
Yeah, so. He got bit with the injury bug today, but just the trio of Kamara, Lamb, and Neighbors is what.
Yeah.
Bless your heart, Will. Just the three, that trio is what got him the win today. As everyone in B Liga knows, but you two may not know it, Hunter and Will. I unfortunately benched James Cook this week. But even if I didn't do that, even if I put in my best lineup, I still would have lost by 20 points. So I'm not too upset at myself anymore. There's nothing I could have done, but it just goes to show how well of a team that he has, Mr. Ryan Schaefer. He just needs to work on his tight end situation a little bit. But I also want to shout out Mr. Jose Castro, as well as my brother Eric, for being the 3 teams that are 2-0. Props to them.
Yeah. Eric Nichols, he changed his name to Hall My Nick Jigbas.
To what now?
Big week, 150 points. I don't know what it's got to be some pun. But he's got Jackson Smith and Jigba and Breece Hall.
I think I get it. I think I get it.
But he had a big week. Breece Hall, big week. Nico Collins, a big week. Zay Flowers had a good week. Come out to Smith. Kaimi Fairbairn making another appearance. Big week for him. And then Jose Castro, oh man. Shout out to Matt Borgman real quick, because last week he only scored 50 points. So he did double it. He got to 102 this week, so good for him, buddy. But he still got blew out by 35 because Jose Castro has got some dogs, bro. Devontae Adams, big week. Chris Godwin's
good, dude.
Better than Mike Evans right now. Fantasy
just the Bucs offense right now.
Bucs look really good.
Mayfield, Miss Baker, love him to death. I'm glad he's doing well. We already kind of went over your score, and then the other score here, the guy that I thought was going to have a little better success, swollen units, Michael Dubois, struggling out of the gate. Only 86 points this week. Got blown out, won by 151 to 86. So Cam Erdman, I think, right? That's Cam. Yeah, Cam the Birdman Erdman. Big score this week. Jefferson, Marvin Harrison combination did him good, and then Dobbins as well. Then another kicker, man. Evan McPherson, 16 points. Houston defense, 16 points.
Kickers,
and
man.
James Conner, ETN each had 14. Not a bad fucking turnout for the B League. And so same thing happened last week in the B League. The team that had the highest score went to have the worst score after. So my cousin, AP, love you, brother, but he's only scored 82 points this week.
Tough, man.
Just nothing went right. Michael Pittman's been a dud. Cortland Sutton is a dud. Kyle Pitts didn't do much, and then Diggs didn't have much either. So that kind of held you back. But he's got good running backs. We're kind of under the radar running backs. David Montgomery, then Ramondre Stevenson, kind of having good seasons out of the gate. I just realized I talked for 10 minutes straight.
That's solid, though.
So that's the B Liga. Shout out to the B Liga, man.
And I'm frozen
again. Got one more game. Sorry, boys.
What?
Chase Schulenberg taking on Isaac DeTiro. DeTiro takes the win here, 154 to 94. Blowout, 60 points. So it's kind of up and down. Just kind of depends on who goes off in that league. But I guess who are you looking at? I know you said you kind of shouted out the undefeated guys. Do you think you can crawl back in? Do you think your team's got it in them to get back into the playoff conversation here? Do you think you're still in the running to get promoted here?
I believe so. My team's full of dogs. They just had just a off week. Joe Burrow, seems to be finding his stride again. I got Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, James Cook. So my running backs are great. It's just my wide receiver situation. It's not terrible, but we have Mike Evans. I have Mike Evans who had a bad week this week. And I also have Jalen Waddle who is going to be taking a hit now that Tua is no longer throwing him the ball. It's unfortunately Skylar Thompson. So, anyone in B League, if you're looking for a running back and are looking to give away a receiver, my messages are always open. But yeah, no, I'm not counting myself out yet. I still got some good people. I got Kittle who did very well this week. So, just slow start, but I think that's just more of a testament to the people I played against as opposed to my team.
Yeah, I agree. I keep tabs on the B League, so I'd agree with that. So
valid.
Looking forward to next week, week 3, kind of a deciding week because people can start 2-0, people can start 0-2, and things can change drastically. We all know how that went for myself last year. We don't have to talk about it too much. All right, I did rattle off 11 straight losses after going 2-0. But so it's kind of a big week for me specifically because I am also facing William J. Martin, the Dirty Nelly, this week. So kind of a rivalry match this week.
It should have been you.
It's kind of like Ohio State, Nebraska.
It's Ohio State, Michigan, and for once I will be Go Blue,
You disgust me. Even I would never. Why would you?
Just kidding. I don't root for conference rivals.
Go Blue. He said.
Go Big Red, baby.
Clip that.
I don't root for conference rivals.
So kind of a big week rivalry. Kind of a big rivalry. I hate that ESPN app.
It should have been you last week. It should have been you. I mean, last year. It should have been you. That goddamn holding call. I know.
But it wasn't.
Shout out fucking that O-lineman from the Jags who saved your behind. Goddamn holding call.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
It's fine.
So that's a big week. Let's see. I'm projected to win right now.
Team's hurt.
You are.
So it depends on who you change out.
He's just got to change out Debo as of right now.
So I mean, he's got Tyler Lockett, Brandon Cooks on the bench. You can move Jaden Reed up and move one of those other guys to the flex. But he's probably trying to pick somebody up. We already know that. We know he's looking for a quarterback.
Yeah, because my backup died. My backup died.
And he's trying to trade Anthony Richardson to
just his mind, not his body.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got to try to figure out a running back situation. As of right now, I'm starting Jaleel McLaughlin.
Ouch.
Yeeks. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe he pops off. Maybe he pops one off. Probably not, but it could happen.
I hate
they were playing the Bucks.
I hate to shit against my own team, but Broncos are probably one of the worst run games in the whole league right now. So I would try to change that. Try to change him out if you
can. The Broncos O-lineman is just.
I mean, the only other option I have Tajay Spears, who's questionable. And I have Jeff Wilson Jr., who's also questionable. And I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? So those are my options.
Sounds like you may need to trade and go to 5 receivers.
Yeah, I know. I might, but no one's going to trade with me. I already know it. So I just don't I just accept the fate.
Hey, I got Saquon, I got Etienne, I got Devin Singletary, I got Zamir White.
Listen, man, what's your price,
3 of those
man?
people
That's
are good.
The question.
I could use Saquon.
I
could use Saquon.
He said, I could use Saquon.
A receiver that what, you said?
I just need receivers. I can't rely on Drake London and DJ Moore.
I'll trade with you.
One of them's got to go.
Oof, yeah.
I'll trade with you.
Yeah, man, we can maybe make something work.
No, we'll talk after the pod.
Sounds good.
We'll talk after the pod.
But yeah, I'm kind of in the running back market.
Yeah, that market's brutal right now.
Let's talk about your matchup, Hunter. You kind of have an interesting matchup this week because you're facing the guy that just scored the most points in the league. So
yep.
It's another uphill battle for you because your team's going to score points. That's not the issue. It's about how many points are the other guys going to score for you at this point.
And that's the tough thing is, again, third week in a row, I'm going up against a tough matchup. I have already allowed the second most in 2 weeks. I've already gone up against 287 points.
That's so tough.
And man. It's not getting any better.
Yeah, Hey, Tim Patrick got involved. You never know.
Very true.
He did catch
Tim
a
Patrick
pass.
Played?
Yeah, I mean he plays for the Lions now.
He plays for the Lions now. Oopsies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean the matchups. It's pretty even but then you get to the pass catchers and it's a little slewed in his direction. They're gonna need Drake London to build off this last week. He did score the touchdown. You're gonna need him to build off that. Hopefully he can be a target machine. And DJ Moore, Caleb Williams, and that offense just got to figure it the fuck out. They just look like shit. Horrible. To be honest.
And that's the tough thing is DJ Moore is honestly not having a rough season. It's just that's just how bad their team is.
Yeah, the inconsistency of the offense is tough. But you got a good
getting the targets.
Yeah, you got a good flex running back in Singletary. So, but I just don't know about Cleveland. I mean, I know I'm a homer, but the Cleveland defense is legit. There's touchdown possibilities if you guys can get down into the red zone, but we're not really gonna. You're really not gonna put up 150 yards rushing on us on a week-to-week basis.
Hey, Daniel Jones is gonna run over your team, brother.
Viable. You mean? Yeah. Hey, I mean, you can put your money on it.
Daniel Jones will run over himself.
Yeah.
He's done it once.
That's so embarrassing.
Mark Sanchez, is that you?
Yeah. But he's got Rachaad White, who's probably may not play this week.
That's not.
He's questionable, but he's got Keon Coleman, potentially DeAndre Hopkins, Adam Thielen. So some decent options, but no one you're going to be too worried about, I guess, per se. Anyone can boom. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can boom, but you're not really worried about certain guys. And if they beat you, they beat you.
Not too bad right now.
So, I mean, he's projected 130. You're projected 122, I'd say. It's 121.9, but we can round up. So, I mean, not too much of a discrepancy there. If you guys can just get a Saquon Barkley, masterclass game, maybe Joe Burrow can fucking find some success against Washington on Monday night, that would be nice.
That would be clutch. And I mean, with kind of costing his team the game against the Falcons and Saquon, I'm hoping that he has a bounce back game.
Yeah.
Who do they play this next week?
The Bengals or the
Saquon plays New Orleans.
New Orleans. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and then Burrow is at home against Washington Commanders.
Dylan is refusing my trade
because
Jamar Chase is washed right now. Jamar Chase is about to run through the Washington defense. Fuck.
Absolutely.
No, but don't trade with me because I don't know jack shit.
If you're the Jets, I feel like your defense has a little bit of the advantage, Hunter.
Yeah.
Jets against New England, I don't see New England putting up a lot of points and yards. And I imagine there's a turnover there in there somewhere.
Shit.
And Pittsburgh, great defense, but they're playing the Chargers. I feel like the Chargers will find more success offensively than the Patriots will find against the Jets. That's just what I think.
That's fair. Did we ever figure out what happened to Jacoby Brissett? Did he get hurt in that game last week?
Ooh, I don't know. Let's actually check that out. Because I do remember Drake May coming in for a little bit.
Drake May.
It's news to me.
He's still projected to start as of now. Now it looks like he's still playing unless he gets added on later in the week.
Sorry, excuse me one moment. One of my scouts in B League is trying to claw through my fucking door right now, so 1 second.
That's hilarious.
Hey.
But yeah, I think it'll be a good matchup. It's like
sure.
you said, my team's going to put up points. It's just, are they going to be able to put up more points than the other team?
Squad? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it'd be really nice to get a win early on, and not have to deal with 0-3, because that's a tough hole to dig out of. So we'll keep an eye on that matchup this week. Let's go on a couple other matchups. We got the 0-2 Purdy taking on the Berries boys, the 2-0 Berries boys. Purdy's projected to win 135-121.
Has something to say about that.
So, yeah, I mean, well,
Berries boys for projection is crazy.
Yeah. He's got James Cook, Aaron Jones, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, because with A.J. Brown out still, boost him up. Brock Bowers has been kind of a target machine. Tony Pollard. Berries boys. I'm not sure what the Berries boys are doing. He's starting T. Higgins, who's projected might be coming back.
Doubtful.
It's questionable, though. We'll see. And he's starting Alexander Madison.
That's tough.
Over Najee.
I mean, Alexander Madison's been good for Oakland so far. I mean, Vegas, fuck.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he had. He had 4 attempts last week, though. Granted, it was one of them was for a 1-yard touchdown.
It's a tutty.
He also had 4 attempts for 1 yard.
It's a tutty.
Touchdown.
Against the Ravens defense, too. That's going to count for something.
The 0-2 Ravens, fuck them, bro.
0-2. All right, yeah, granted the Raiders was an upset, but, I mean, they were in the Chiefs game, too. Yeah. I'm not counting out the Raiders.
And Lamar choked it.
I did see something.
Because Lamar's not a big,
on Twitter
player.
While I was
God damn.
Disputing that credit card.
Fucking jacked.
Yeah. Shut up.
What's the numbers on that credit
card? The kickers.
2. Number 2.
The kickers so far this year, through 2 weeks, are 35 of 37, 50 yards and back on field goals, 50-plus yards. And both kicks that missed have been from Justin Tucker.
He's watching.
Yeah, that's rough.
You hate to see it.
My boy.
To see it.
That's my
boy. You hate to see it, man.
Blue.
You hate to see it.
My boy.
So Bears boys, Purdy taking each other on. Should be a pretty high-scoring matchup, to be honest. We'll see how it all plays out. Clint, 1-1. Clint taking on 1-1 Mansford's bitch. Pretty even projections. I think that just Clint's got the advantage at quarterback. Like Josh Allen versus Justin Fields. Like Josh Allen could put up 30 any game. Justin Fields is going to be, you're lucky to score double digit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, that offense is lost. They're winning games just solely on that defense, and I don't know how long that's going to last for them.
Yeah. And then I like his receivers, like Chris Godwin. Like he's got number 2s that are like playing way up. Like Chris Godwin, Smith and Jigba, Rashid Shaheed, bro. Like all kind of number 2 guys on their team, but like have been popping off. He's got Laporta still, you feel like could still probably make an impact per week to week basis, and then you add in Gibbs and Taylor. I like what he's bringing to the table. I think Cade's gonna really have to play, above projection to really have a chance here.
Yeah, that's going to be an uphill battle for him, which is tough, too, to say when you have Bijan, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Waddle. There's just, I think the big guys that he has just won't be able to put up enough to keep up, and the guys that fill out his team are just not good enough to keep him up there with them.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see what happens there. 0-2, Twin Poppy. Not an easy matchup here against America's team. That's Jake. We'll see what happens to Justin Jefferson. Marvin Harrison is legit. Been saying that for a while now. But America's team is also rolling, as of right now, Terry McLaurin, who's not been doing
No,
it.
it is
Interesting.
not.
Okay.
I mean, he technically has the stack, but I don't know if that's the stack I'd be looking for.
Yeah, he's got the Jaden Daniels,
Yeah,
McLaurin.
that's tough.
Twin Poppy rolling Baker Mayfield. Love to see that. Got Kyron and Derrick Henry, Malik Neighbors, Pittman, Zach Moss in the flex. I don't know. I guess that could be a close matchup. You know, we'll see. You're gonna need your big names to show up in this matchup, right? Kyron Williams, Derrick Henry got to show up. Jefferson, Harrison got to show up for Jake.
Is Jefferson even playing this week?
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure how his
catch a very serious injury, but
yeah, and he does have him listed as questionable. We probably won't really know anything until Friday, though, until the final injury reports come out. If he's going to play or not.
Yeah.
I think he should play. I watched a little bit of that game, especially when he did go down. It looked a little scary at the moment, but I think he's okay. I think he did look like he was going to play.
Okay. So, I mean, if Jefferson does play, good chance there. A-Chain needs to go off again. Brian Robinson. It's going to be a close matchup. You're going to need your stars to show up for both sides if you want a chance to win.
Yeah.
Last matchup, you got the two-time champ, Teal Barbie, taking on Chi-Town Bear Down. Man, I think it's Teal Barbie's to lose because, well, I don't know. I do like Remy's wideouts. Raiders against Carolina. Devontae Adams may feast. I don't know, man.
Devontae Adams will have a good game against Carolina. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then other side, you got Olave, Ridley. Kind of like they've done well so far, but Olave really hasn't been that guy.
I was looking at Ridley's stats earlier, and he's honestly, 8 points week 1, but then the 25 week 2 with 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, one passing is tough, especially against the Jets defense.
Yeah.
But that offense, I don't know if they could sustain everything that they're doing. That quarterback they have in Will Levis is rough. And their defense isn't going to be able to keep, giving the ball to the offense. The defense is going to give up points, and that offense is not going to be on the field much.
Yeah, dude. Turnover city there, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see how that matchup goes out. I think Breece Hall, Joe Mixon can kind of overcome some of those issues, but
yeah, the running backs there are nice. Breece Hall, Joe Mixon, Ramondre Stevenson. That's really solid there for him. That's his bread and butter.
Yeah, and then you got James Conner, Eckler on the side. Eckler's been serviceable. Conner's been actually really good. So then you pair that with St. Brown and Adams. Yeah. And then,
you got to look at Amon-Ra again. That's another receiver that dealt with injuries this week. And
yeah, questionable.
Granted, he looks like he's probably going to play, but how much of a factor is he going to be?
Yeah.
I feel like he'll still be okay, but, Jameson Williams for them is starting to actually turn up and become a good, solid piece in their offense. So I'm not counting Amon-Ra out, but I think maybe this next week he might take a little dip, just kind of ease him back into the game, let Jameson take some of the bulk.
Yeah, and the Lions are gonna rely on their run game, bro. Like Jared Goff has the numbers and Amon-Ra has these numbers, but they utilize the run. So if Amon-Ra is dealing with that shit, they're just gonna hand the ball off maybe a few more times too. Like,
yeah,
they love the running backs there. They love their running backs.
Mm-hmm.
David Montgomery touchdown this week, I guarantee.
Yeah, he's been getting touchdowns.
Oh, it's like almost guarantee. Gibbs gets all the yards. He just gets the tutties. It's just the system we have, and it works.
It's perfect. And when I get Nick Chubb back, fuck you guys, it's over.
Well, a sleeper pick. He's not a sleeper when he's been good this entire time, you knob.
You sleeper, bro. All right, let's take a quick peek at the B Liga matchups. You're taking on Laporta Potty, Cam Erdman, 1-1. You're projected to win. How do you feel about the matchup coming up for you?
I want to always stay confident, but I have also been projected to beat my last two opponents, and so I don't listen to that too much. I can really only look at matchups. The people that concerned me on his team, definitely Marvin Harrison. He popped off. He's going to keep popping off. I'm definitely worried about him. James Conner is another guy who's underrated on his team. My only hope is that Chicago actually has a decent defense. Their offense isn't anything to write about, but I think they can contain Richardson if the Packers were able to contain Richardson. And I'll give the Bears their credit. They have a better defense than the Packers, so I hope Richardson will be able to have a lesser game. But no, he's got a dangerous team. I'm just hoping that my strength being running backs and tight end can pop off too. Mm-hmm. So I want to say I'll take the win this week. I'll get my first dub, but I'm not guaranteeing it. I'll be real. Like, he's got a good team. I think I can win, but it's just got to be my running backs that show up to this next week. Yeah, because it ain't going to be my receivers.
Yeah, and it could be nice if Evans could get a touchdown, or if Waddle could maybe sneak in there. But yeah, you're definitely leaning on their RB and hoping Kittle with Debo out can get a increased role too. So that'll be a good matchup.
I do have Cleveland's defense against the Giants, so big energy. That's 20 points right there. I already know it.
I might go out and say I go defensive, go on the FanKings or FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever app you're using, and go to Browns, lock in Browns defensive touchdown this week.
I could see that. I could see that with Daniel how Danny Dimes likes to throw dimes to the defense. Yeah, absolutely. And
our boys are itching for a pick. We've had Ward's almost had a couple. Emerson's almost had a couple. Like, those boys are itching for a pick, and I guarantee you Jones is going to give us a chance to take it all the way back.
So I have a prediction that Danny Dimes gets benched next week. Maybe not the start of the game, but maybe halfway. I feel like we're going to see some Italian DeVito action.
Don't they have Drew Lock now too?
Yes, but for some reason the Giants think DeVito is better than Locke.
It's because they got baptized, bro.
But
yeah, that's gross.
It's because they got baptized.
What's that? Yeah, that's true. Like, DeVito does have mob ties. Yep. You've seen his agent, so
Benvenuti.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Looking at your brother's matchup, Eric's taking on Michael Dubois, and man, it's projected to be a blowout.
Let's see. He's already 65% to win. Granted, he does still have Debo on his starting on his team, but
he can probably move. He'll probably move Jaden Reed in, so that'll still be good for him. But
I could see Jaden Reed. I think the smart move would maybe to put Tank Dell in. He hasn't really been active, but I think he's due for it.
I do agree. I do think Tank's due for a big day.
That. We'll see.
Yeah, because I noticed the Texans are spreading out the ball a lot. Because like week 1, it was all Diggs. This week it's all Nico. I think Tank Dell is due for a week. So, and last week with the Packer game, Malik can't really throw the ball that far, or at least he's not confident enough to do that. So Jaden Reed, he'll definitely get some touches, but it was all handoffs or short passes. So I think you can get better value with Tank Dell.
I like it. I love the correspondence here. So yeah, that's tough. You wonder if Isaiah Likely can have success after that big week 1.
How did he do against the Raiders?
Weren't you trying to trade for him? Weren't you trying to trade for him, bro?
It was a joke, brother. It's wordplay.
Or something like that.
Ooh.
It's wordplay.
I always appreciate the puns, Will.
Thank you. I cracked myself up.
So yeah, that's another matchup, and then we got a pretty good matchup here. The 101 Baked Mayfields, ran by Isaac DeTiro, taking on the 2-0 Ryan Schaefer Pickens up your sister. That's a pretty good matchup. The projection is 133 to 132 in favor of Baked Mayfield. So
yeah, no, they got some really good match. They got some really good pieces on their team. Baked Mayfield, obviously, they both have really good running backs, but I think despite the performance Kamara gave, I would give the edge to Baked Mayfield with Bijan and Achane, because that's like running backs 1 and 2 right there. Mm-hmm. However, Schaefer's got CeeDee Lamb and Malik Neighbors, and again, that's almost like wide receiver Malik 1 and 2 right there. So yeah, no, he's been popping off as someone who has him in another league. He's going great.
He's got all the targets, bro. He's got all the targets, and he
may be a rookie, but he's already the best player on the Giants.
Yeah, and they're looking for him, so he's really good. Garrett Wilson, I think, is due for a touchdown.
You would say that.
I think he's obviously the main target there. He's got all the targets in the wide receiver rooms. It's just they need to start connecting in the red zone, get those jump balls, those 50-50s.
But Garrett Wilson, when he had Zach Wilson thrown at him last year, in both of his games against the Patriots, he did have touchdowns. The Patriots last year. So I think you're right. What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, but that just means that they're scheming up that offense. They're trying to scheme it up through Garrett Wilson when they face the Patriots. So that's something true,
but
NFL
I like
teams
Wilson.
do, so.
I think he's due for one.
Yeah.
So I would have to, if I had to pick, I would pick Baked Mayfield to win that team or to win that matchup.
Nice.
And as for the last matchup with my brother and it's not letting me click his team, but Swollen Units.
Swollen Units.
I'm going to give it to Eric.
Yeah, I think Eric's got that one as well. Baked Mayfield, I think Ryan Schaefer, it depends if Kenneth Walker plays. If Kenneth Walker plays and is healthy, I feel like that gives me a little jolt with the wide receiver room. I'll go the other way.
Okay. You want to put a little money on it, on their matchup?
Do it.
What do you want to do? Like a $2 bet?
Let's do a $1 bet, and you got to show Nip on the next podcast.
That's how we get taken off down. That's how we get taken down off of YouTube.
Deal.
No, that's how we get more subscribers.
This is YouTube, not OnlyFans.
We'll put this bitch on OnlyFans now.
Yeah, we got it. I made a deal with them this morning, so
What you paid?
All right, I like it. Okay,
Andrew, don't be saying you pay.
It doesn't have to be the whole show.
Schaefer, don't fuck this up, buddy. I'm not trying to show Nip.
Baked Mayfield, please. B League to B League, man. I need you this week. I ain't trying. I got like a whole ass pepperoni under this shirt. I ain't trying to show that.
I like pizza.
I want to see that so bad.
Pepperoni under there, bro. You got a saucer.
Yeah. All right.
And we got the 2-0 Prestige Worldwide. Ran by Jose Castro, taking on AP, my cousin Slick Canseco. Kind of the wild card. So Jose 2-0, my wild card cousin, has put up the most points. Has also been the dud of the week. So interesting matchup. Jose's team seems pretty consistent. And then AP's team is a little more boom or bust kind of vibe. So we'll see if Biggs. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting, but I can definitely see what he's working with. He's got Montgomery and Stevenson, who again really underrated running backs. I like the move with Darnell Mooney. It's a little concerning that he has him in his wide receiver 2 slot. But he popped off last night, so there's always a chance. I'm unfortunately not very high on Kyle Pitts. I never was, not even in rookie year. So I hope he has a great game, but I've never been high on Kyle Pitts. Meanwhile, on the other side, you got Devontae and Chris Godwin, who both have very favorable matchups. So I'm going to have to give the edge to Prestige Worldwide Jose.
Yeah, I think Jose goes to 3-0 this week. But every time I vote against my cousin, he wins. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Last matchup is the 0-2 Gridiron Gods, ran by Matt Borgman, taking on Kirko Chains, ran by Chase Schulenberg.
Well, first of all, Shuli, I love the name. I love your team name, so you get an extra point there.
Go Chains, baby.
Yeah, love Kirk. Love primetime Kirk. He's breaking the myth. But no, you got some good pieces here. I like Brock Bowers a lot. Dallas defense are always going to be good, even when they got 44 points put on them. Brandon Aubrey, best kicker in the league right now, or at least in fantasy. Yeah, it's just your running back room that's a little concerning right now. But I like everything else that's on his team.
Rashad White's questionable. Jerome Ford, really kind of touchdown dependent, really. And then on top of that, he's got Terry McLaurin, who's been underwhelming. So,
yeah,
uphill battle for him.
It is a tough battle. It's very boomer bust this week.
Kills me to see Scary Terry having such a rough year this year, especially after Jaden Daniels was so high.
I know, man.
We were watching that game this weekend, and you weren't kidding. It was like every single time he dropped back, it was two-step drop back, and then he was just off with the ball.
Yeah, man. He was not trying to throw downfield across the middle at all, and that's where Terry does really well.
He'll get there. I think it's just a slow start. I have Jaden Daniels being my CJ Stroud this year as a prediction, but just like CJ Stroud, he's going to start off slow.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to see him start getting comfortable throwing it down the field.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, Gridiron Gods, Brian Robinson, slow start. Singletary's been pretty good, but they got a Cleveland matchup that's not very favorable, at least as far as like booming. Not saying you can't score points against Cleveland; it's just hard to boom against them. Questionable Almond Ra. Olave's been kind of, mediocre so far. Travis Kelce's been a no-show. Brendan Ayuk hasn't really been that dynamic, but with Debo out, maybe he is a little more involved. But it's kind of the same thing on the other side with Matt. It's kind of like guys could go off, have a good week, but it could be a pretty big chance as a bust for these guys as well. So this could be a low scoring matchup. And it could be a race to 100. Could be a race to 100 here.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think it's gonna be a kind of like a low scoring matchup. Yeah, 100 to 90 kind of game. I think objectively, I like Gridiron God's team better, but I think just because of the matchups, I got to go with Kirko Chains winning this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got a point. I think if Rashad White doesn't play, it doesn't change much. You just move DeAndre Swift up there, and then you grab either Amari Cooper or Mark Andrews to the flex.
Damn, he does have Mark Andrews, huh? I didn't see that. Okay, so just double tight end it.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
A loose end,
obviously, a loose end.
Fuck it, we ball.
A double. That's hilarious. But, I mean, we're going to kind of, show's starting to wrap up, guys. It's been about an hour or so. It's been a great show. It's great having you on. I really like having a nice panel.
It's fun.
I feel like I just sit up in here and talk all day long, though.
Yeah, I love talking football. So
absolutely,
it's fun.
It's my life.
So let me just, before we take off, let's just go. Give me a hot take for this upcoming week 3. Whatever you want to qualify that as. Give me your hot takes for who's going to have a good week or who's going to blow it. Just give us some content for the boys. Like let's start with the B Liga.
Okay. Hot take as far as fantasy or as far as NFL matchups this week?
You could do either or. You can take one of each if you want.
I'll do I'll do both. Let's do that. I'll do both. I am going for, as far as the B Liga, I'm going to say, despite what the percentages say, I think my brother Eric is going to take the first loss, or his first loss this week.
Oh.
Because you got Matt Stafford with no receivers going up against San Francisco. Same thing, he has Kyron Williams. I'm kind of looking at his team now in the matchups, and I don't think the matchups are there. So despite a 65-35 ratio, I'm giving it to the 35.
Okay.
And as far as NFL, matchups, I have a really stupid one. The Cowboys and the Ravens are going to tie.
Okay, I love that.
I cannot decide who's going to win that game, so I'm banking on a tie.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Will, what do you got? What do you got cooking up?
We'll see.
What you mean we'll see? It's now.
Do you even
this week?
Do you even know what the question was?
I honestly don't know, man. I'm way too focused on my team and the health of my team. Everything's just a pain.
So you don't have a hot take for the week?
His hot take is life sucks.
Yeah, my hot take is life just fucking sucks right now. There's no hope. My D and Zach's A team locker room is abysmal. We're off to a fantastic start.
You lost the team already? It's only week 2.
Hey, they quit after week 1.
Team already?
They put up 170-something points and said, damn, we really built different, and then slacked all week and got their asses beat week 2.
They heard Coach Will sitting there talking all that smack to everybody throughout the season. They're like, you know what? We should probably back off a little bit and show them what fantasy's really like.
I'm not even in the group chats and I know about it.
Fine. All right, but my NFL hot take, I think the Broncos get their first win against Baker and the Bucks.
I like that.
All right. That's a hot take.
I think Baker comes in and
I don't believe that at all.
I don't believe that at all.
Baker just struggles against our defense this week. I think we lock up Godwin and...
Bro, last time he played us, he put 50 points on us.
We kicked 2 field goals the entire game.
That was last time. This is now.
We keep checking down.
We did? What was that with Teddy?
All right, Hunter, let's hear what you got. Teddy Two Glove?
Yeah, who's better than Bo Nix?
He's retired.
I think it's more the play calling, to be honest with you. But then again, he has nobody to throw to. But anyways, for me, I'm probably going to stick with my own team when it comes to fantasy, and I'm going to have to agree with Andrew on this one. I think Tank Dell's finally going to break out. I think they're going to realize that they have Stephon Diggs. They're going to realize that they have Nico Collins. And Tank Dell is going to finally get that look that he deserves. And especially, against a team like the one that they're playing this week in Minnesota. Minnesota's got a solid defense. Don't get me wrong. They've held their own. You clearly saw it this past week against the Niners. But I think that he's going to slip through the cracks, and he's going to have one big bomb, or he's going to keep just getting, the nice PPR points with the receptions, and they're finally going to figure something out, because, CJ Stroud just loves his boy Tank, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then for my big pick for the NFL schedule, I think the Cardinals have a chance to beat the Lions this week.
Oh,
I agree with that, hands down.
Yeah, man, they've been hot.
I'm right there with you.
Like the Cardinals, I mean, granted they played a rough, banged up team last week in the Rams, and I'm not discounting that at all because it is a divisional game, and those hit a little bit different no matter what division you're in. But to blow them out like that, and to finally discover that you have finally a number one in Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, bro.
Kyler's shifty, man. Kyler's shifty, and I don't know if Aiden Hutchinson's going to get 5 sacks on him like he did this past week. So
no, sir.
I think the Cardinals have a legit chance this week.
Yeah, I like it. For me, NFL-wise, I'm saying the Bengals. Nah, I can't say the Bengals. They play Washington. The Ravens are going 0-3, though. They're going to lose to the Raiders this week. Or I'm sorry, they're going to lose to whoever they're playing this week.
Oh, Dallas. Yeah, they're losing to Dallas. Yeah, they're losing to Dallas.
They're going to start
At least we both agree Ravens aren't winning. We just have different methods.
Yeah, hopefully they get blown out. But
let's go for the tie.
For fantasy this week, I think that me and Will's game ends in a blowout. I don't know if it's going to be his way or my way, but I think it's not going to be a close game. I think one of us is going to show up. One of us is
going to be fucking kissing a shotgun either way. It's probably going to be me.
Jeez.
Debbie Downer over here.
I'm not going to put it that way.
3 fucking guys hurt.
But yeah, one of us is going to be pretty much tuning out after the 11 o'clock games, I imagine.
It's a good thing I'll be drunk on the golf course.
So
I'll be very drunk on the golf course.
Right.
But hey, thank you guys for joining us today. It has been a great episode. Continue to follow us. Continue to follow along, boys. It's going to be a hell of a ride this year. I really like the new setup we got. It seems a lot more fun, easier access for people to join on. So, hell yeah. With that being said, Will, take us out of here, man. Wrap it up for us.
Gentlemen, ladies, everyone, this has been the Commissioner's Podcast.